Louie Simmons, he was the fucking man. He was
Louie
so
was
funny.
awesome.
He was so funny. He was such a character. He was telling me about how he got his shoulder blown, got his shoulder replaced, and then immediately when he got back to the gym, they made him max out and bench. And I was like, "What are you talking about? You need to recover." It's like, they were like, "Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
You have to max out."
Yeah. I was there in 2002. And so Louie and his wife Doris, and you always meet the Bob Evans in the morning, and he would eat and like do the whole deal. And he was telling me a story about how he got pissed off, and he could something to his cell phone, and he threw it out the window while he was driving. And then so he didn't have a cell phone for a couple of weeks. And then he got to the gym and he missed a lift, and he punched his own tooth out. Punched himself so hard he knocked his own tooth out, and then took a wire brush that you like clean the chalk out of a barbell and smashed himself on the head. And he was just pouring. His wife was like, "Yeah, Lou was pouring blood, and he knocked a tooth out." And I'm just thinking, West Side was awesome. Like, holy crap. So I got talking to him, and he was
Dude
like,
had no biceps.
"Yeah, right," because he blew him out.
I just never got it fixed.
Yeah, a lot of those guys, same. Yeah, it's wild. But he was like, yeah, those cats they'd fight, and he goes, we would literally, like, there's some tuned up dudes in there. And he said that we would just literally kick them out the door. If they were fighting on the floor, we would kick them out of the way so they were out of the way of the monolift so we could keep squatting. Like every 30 seconds you're up or 90 seconds, whatever. It's like, I don't care if you're fighting, literally, hitting each other with stuff. Move the next guy up. And like, this place is wild.
They created some fucking animals.
Here's a wild story. So we were there, and this drunk chick came in. She was like, because this was the old West Side. It was like in this little shopping center where the windows were all blacked out and everything. It was pretty dope. And this drunk chick walked in, and she was like, "Hi, y'all working out in here?" And she was tuned, man. She was like all sloppy, like legit street person, right? And I'm like, oh, this is going to go bad. Like, I'm just reading the room, right? Like, it was not a lot of estrogen in that room, right? So I'm like, oh man, this is going to be bad. Lou's like, hey, come here. So he puts a weight vest on her, and then puts a second weight vest, so 25, so 50-pound weight vest, and takes her outside, wraps a belt around her waist with a sled, and had her walking, doing sled pulls back and forth with 50 pounds of weight vest on her shoulders.
Drunk
as shit. And I'm just like watching. I'm like, what? She comes back in. He's like, all right, come over here.